Only thing I care about is playing great defense. I don't care if we have 0 safeties out there and 11 defensive linemen. That doesn't really matter. And, you know,
With that, though, how has your group progressed since the start of camp?
it's been up and down. I think that the first 4 guys are doing well. The younger guys have to be more consistent with their calls, the understanding of formations, what the offense is trying to do to us. But the top 4 guys, I believe they're making the calls, they're getting people in the right position, they're making plays. Whitehead made a number of plays today that were really outstanding, especially when we had a horrible day today. And the times that we did do something positive, he was the guy that made it. So when we are in dire situations, we have to turn it around, and he did that today.
With Demarius,
Thank you.
he had a good year last year, and he thinks he's a Pro Bowl type player. Do you see that kind of potential in him, and can he get there this year?
I'm not worried about the Pro Bowl. I'm worried about today and the next day. If we worry about Pro Bowls and individual stats, we won't go anywhere as a team. All right, we're out trying to win a Super Bowl. So, we'll look at all that at the end of February, and if we do what we're supposed to do, we'll all have the accolades. If we don't, we won't. So I don't even talk to him about that.
What do you like best about what he does?
He has range. He has great ball skills. He's extremely smart. He's a guy that can keep the top on the defense. He can get down and he can play man coverage in the slot. He can go outside and play outside if he's needed to. He can blitz with tempo. The kid is very gifted. He's talented. And so hopefully he has the year that you're alluding to. But I don't want to talk about those type of years. I want to talk about playing good football as a team, and then that takes care of everything else.
But you sound exactly like Freddie.
Who does?
You do. You and Freddie.
We're both from Alabama. We are.
But anyway, my question is, when you both have the same message, how much does that help get that whole message to the team?
Well, it makes it right. I mean, the message comes from the head coach. It comes from above, and I believe in the message, and so that's one reason that I came here. I believe in Freddie and what we're trying to do and trying to win a championship. So, that's what it has to be. You have a leader, you follow the leader, and then if you have anybody that's not doing that, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. Go ahead.
How has Sheltered Red Wine come along?
The kid is gifted. He's coming along. He still has a long way to go, but he has a lot of talent. He's physical. He can bend. He has loose ankles and hips. He can get the ball. He just has to really start to understand, some gap scheme things and where he fits in the run. Some things that he didn't do in college that we're asking him to do here. But once he figures it out, he has a chance to be a really good football player.
You talk about his ability to get the ball. Do you just see that in some guys, just that knack to go get the ball?
Yeah, the football finds some people. It just does. It goes back to coaching college when I had Kerry Rhodes, the ball found him. Charles Woodson, it found him. D'Angelo Halls, it found him. Sam Shields, the ball found him. Casey Hayward, it found him. It finds certain guys, and he's one of them that the ball will find.
What have you seen out of Greedy so far during camp?
Greedy, he's been up and down. You see some really great flashes in coverage. He's been physical. He's put his nose in there, which I've been pleased with. But the consistency of every down, that's what we got to get from everybody, not just him. If you watch practice today, it wasn't good enough from a defensive standpoint. And we can't have a great day or a good day and drop like that. We have to have a level of consistency that can win games. And so I don't want to just point out Greedy, but Greedy, he's done some good things, but as a whole group, we have to get better.
Do you think that having a couple of LSU guys on the team has kind of helped him at least acclimate to the professional ranks?
You have to ask him. I haven't even talked to him. I don't know how many LSU guys. I know we got a lot of Miami guys. I don't talk to him about that type of stuff.
The way the red wine hits, can he be like a tone setter kind of?
I hope
guy
so.
back there?
I hope so. He turned some offensive linemen around yesterday in their pull schemes, and I was impressed. He's done it all camp, and he's a narrow kid. You wouldn't think he having that much punch, but he does, and he's not afraid of anything. And so I've been pleased with his physicality and ability to bring a punch.
You brought up the Miami guys, and Sheltered the other day was talking about Every, obviously. What is it about a program like that just keeps producing these safeties over and over and over again?
I just think the state of Florida has a whole bunch of talent. All right, I don't know where all the safeties come from that You know, I don't think Ed was from Florida. Is he originally? He's from somewhere else. But, you know, there's just a lot of talent down in the South, and that's just what it is. And Miami gets the ones that they get. Florida gets the ones they get. LSU, they have as many DBs, you know, in the league as anybody. So it is what it is.
What's enabled Jermaine to stand out the way he did? And you mentioned today had such a good day today.
Because he's a good football player. I think we should take 40s and height, weight, and all that, and just throw it out of the door. Sometimes you got guys that can play football. Eric Weddle is a hell of a football player. Okay, you could take numbers out. Whitehead is everybody plays better when he's on the field because he can communicate. He gets everybody in the right position. He can anticipate what the offense is doing. Him and Charles Woodson are probably two of the smartest guys I've ever coached. And yeah, whenever I become a head coach, I told him he's going to be my defensive coordinator because he is that smart. And smart, and the thing that people have to realize, being smart is a skill set, just like running fast is a skill set. If you got a fast, dumb guy, he can't play, okay? All right, so, you know, that is a skill set, and it's a undervalued skill set at times, but it is a skill set.
I mean, that's obviously high praise to put him in the same sense of a guy like that.
No, I'm not saying he plays like Wood, okay? So let's not, because I made a statement that 21 was sort of like Wood, and everybody wanted to write that. 21 is not Woodson either, okay? Let's make sure we're clear at that. All right, Woodson is Woodson, but he's as smart as Wood now. I will say that, but he's not the player. Wood's going to have a yellow jacket in another year, so let's not go there.
But I mean, I guess where I was going to, like, in what ways, like, do you see that in him?
Just the way he studies film. Wood studied film as much as anybody I've ever been around. And he would come in there and say, hey, Joe, I got 3 nuggets. Hey, if I see this play right here, I'm going to get it. Now, his skill set gave him the ability to go get it. Now, what Whitehead does, hey, guys, if we see this right here, this is how we have to play it. He's not necessarily trying to go get plays himself, where Wood was. He's trying to make sure everybody sees it the same way and knows that we're on the same page, all right? And he understands the graduate level of the defense and can take it, you know, before things happen. He's asking, hey, Joe, let's get to this right here. Hey, White, you know, that's the right move. Hey, we can't do that right now because everybody's not on the same page with that. He can see it all, and he's very smart.
I think in the spring you mentioned Denzel and Woods in the same sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Was it they have similar skill sets?
I said Denzel was as gifted as anybody as I coached. All right, then I looked and read, and everybody wanted to. And I named 3 other players, and everybody took the Woodson and ran with it. And I probably should have known that. All right, Charles Woodson is rare. Okay, and Denzel is not where he is. Can he be? Hopefully he will be. I think the kid is as talented as a young corner as there is in the league. The kid can bend, he can run, he can get the ball, he can see the flash of the ball. He can do all of that, you know. But to put him in the same era as Charles Woodson, who in my opinion is the best corner to ever play, it's hard to say.
You think he's better than Deion?
Better than who?
Deion?
Do I think Charles is?
Yeah. Why?
I said I think Charles Woodson is the best corner to ever play. So that's all of them. Him and Mike Haynes are my 2. If you give me 2 corners to go with, I'm going with Charles Woodson and Mike Haynes, and I'm gonna go roll with it. That's just my opinion.
I think you'll get reminded about the defensive coordinator thing you just said one day.
Oh, with Whitehead?
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. He's a smart kid.
You mentioned Greedy. It looks like there's a real good battle going for that playing time opposite Denzel.
Yeah.
The 2 veterans that
Yeah.
came back. What have you seen out of those 3 guys fighting every day?
I've seen Money, T. Mitch.
Yeah.
I've seen him just come on these last 5-6 practices, like he's saying, I'm not going to give that up to anybody. He's been physical. He's been playing the defense the way that we wanted to play, holding vertical control. You know, you might have a play here or there, but I've been really, really pleased where he's been coming the last 4 or 5 practices. From a physicality standpoint, from an effort standpoint, you know, he's right now leading the way in that area right there. But we're giving those 3 up men opportunity to be opposite Denzel.
Guys.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, y'all have a good one. Yes, thank you.